live from the dance capital of the world, New York City. The Adventures of My Ballerina and Me show! My ballerina and me, we two are as close as can be. Whether I'm trying to climb up a tree or sitting down with you for tea, we're dancing, we're dancing. Sometimes we go for a long stroller ride, or in the playground I can go down the slide. It doesn't really matter the things that we do, all that matters is just me and you. We're dancing, we're dancing. My ballerina and me, we two are as close as can be. So thanks for stopping over to come and see my ballerina, my ballerina, my ballerina and me.
Welcome back to the Adventures of My Ballerina and Me. I'm your host, Elizabeth Flores, and today with me is Sarah Mushi. We're going to be watching the game later on, since today is Super Bowl Sunday, and also this past week was January 27th, the birthday of Mikhail Baryshnikov, a superstar ballet dancer who set an amazing standard for male ballet dancers. And I want you to learn all about him. And he's still dancing, and he has his Baryshnikov Art Center in New York City. So today we're going to take a look at some of the variations and his career that made him such a legend in the ballet. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll try to keep Sarah awake here, and we'll see you back in a bit. Let's start our look into his career with this fabulous variation from Don Quixote. At this time, he was the director of American Ballet Theater. His technique is perfect, and if you look close, you can see the admiration of all the company members around him.
I start my training professionally in Riga in Latvia when I was 11 years old. Then, age of 15, I moved to Leningrad, and I was introduced to this famous man, a magician, Alexander Pushkin. And this man just made me as a dancer. Nothing special was about him. It was a very quiet man. Father figure for us. It was 7 or 8 students in class. Well, obviously, he was the best teacher in the school, and he had the privilege to select the best material from all over the Soviet Union. He was Nureyev's teacher. His students are dancing in every big theater in the world. Inside, I said I was sweating, I was nervous, because it was the chance of my life. And I said, well, all right. I mean, I think it's a good deal. And he said to the lady, the school secretary, whatever she was, just, I'd like to have him in my class. And I spent with him 3 years in the school and 3 years in the company before he died.
Misha was accepted into the Leningrad-based Kirov Company in 1967. The company school where Pushkin taught preserved a meticulous classical approach to the dance that dated back to the days of the Tsars. But it was not only ballet skills that Misha learned from Pushkin.
Every day, what I think was the most amazing and the most valuable thing, what he teach me, besides all this nonsense about technique and how to dance, just to respect to the physical work, like everyday routine, sometimes boring routine, awfully boring and exhausting, because every day you feel different. Someday you have a cold, someday you have sore back, or someday you don't want to do anything, just sleep. But to go in a class and try to convince yourself you like this job, and if you're not taking class or you're not sweating enough, you're not working enough, you start to hate yourself. You start to really feel terrible. It's a kind of guilt trip if you're not spend 3, 4, 5 hours every day in the studio.
And here he is in another wonderful clip from the ballet Don Quixote.
I think that's the secret. He introduced me to the work. That means and explain how you have to work. Everything else is easy. How to do double tour. It's not a problem for any dancer. It shouldn't be any problem, I would say. I would put it that way. But to be a master of your own, doesn't matter who is coaching you, teaching you, and give you suggestions, who is your partner, who is dancers around. You have to be a man of your own mind and know what you are doing and why you are doing it. And this man, I don't know how, and all his students are very much their own people. They're strong mentally. The dance is something else. Besides that, he was genius. It's just the eye was right on. What's good, what's bad.
As you can see, his amazing technique on stage comes with a lot of work behind the scenes. Here he is just working on the height of his jumps alone in the studio. That's what all great dancers have to do, spend that time really working and perfecting your technique, even after the class ends or before the class begins. In the next clip, watch for this next combination from the variation of Albert in Giselle in the second act. This is the variation from Act 2 of Giselle.
In 1969, the eyes of the entire dance world were on Misha. At the age of 21, he won the gold medal in the international competition in Moscow. He was a celebrity. But he began to find the Kirov repertoire rigid and restricting. Modern choreographers from the West were out of bounds. Dancers, even the stars, performed infrequently and were given few new parts. They had little chance to extend themselves within the system. In 1961, Rudolf Nureyev had left Russia. In 1970, Natalia Makarova did the same. In 1974, Mikhail Baryshnikov followed their example.
Mikhail Baryshnikov of Leningrad doing Solar's Dance from Bayadetka. He will receive a gold medal for this performance. Baryshnikov's technique is faultless, his interpretation magnificent.
Михаил Барышников, Советский Союз. Первая премия и золотая медаль. Минкус. Вариация из балета «Баядерка».
production of Donkey's Birthday in the Dream Scene. Music by Minkus. I love our symphony orchestra.
Very nice. That's it. Come on off. Good job.
And now special thanks to Eliza Minden here showing me her beautiful book, The Ballet Companion, and all the support Gator Minden has offered our school and this program, encouraging us to keep going with ballet education. Also a shout out to Jerome and Patricia Pezzenti for their support and their generous donation towards our technical equipment to enhance ballet education for our students and beyond. Thanks again, and keep subscribing to the adventures of My Ballerina and Me on YouTube. Be sure to watch our next episode and hear from Miko Forgridy answer some of our students' questions. She's an international gold medalist and star of the film First Position.
What are you guys watching?
The Adventures of My Ballerina and Me.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. I know Sarah has, and we're going to encourage you to get on our YouTube channel and like, subscribe, and comment on the adventures of My Ballerina and Me so you can stay up to date with all of our latest episodes, including today's will be on there. And if you have an inspiring story out there that you'd like to share in our episode, shoot me an email at newamericanyouth@yahoo.com. We will see you next time. Bye.
Hi, Miss Elizabeth. I just watched My Ballerina and Me show, and this week's trivia question is, what is Clara's favorite step in ballet? The answer is
Développé.
You out there watching the show? Well, if you are, at the end of this episode, text Elizabeth at 607-725-2560 a video of you answering today's trivia question just like Stephanie, and you too might get a prize.
You mean I get to get a shout out too? That's so cool. What's the trivia question?
Today's trivia question is, who was Baryshnikov's teacher? And a bonus question, what was your favorite variation that you saw him dance today? What ballet was it from? Text Elizabeth a video of you answering it, and you too can be on next week's show and win a prize. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment on the adventures of My Ballerina and Me on our YouTube channel. Keep watching.
Live from the dance capital of the world, New York City, the adventures of My Ballerina and Me show.
Thanks to these fine sponsors for making our show possible. Be sure to subscribe to the Adventures of My Ballerina and Me on our YouTube channel. See you next time.